guys, a very good morning to one and all present here. This is Amrit Kaur welcoming each one of you on the platform Bankers Adda 24/7. How are you all doing? So quickly, first of all, let me just see your thumbs up so that I can be aware that yes, you all can see me and hear me well. I can see Sam Gupta and Akash Upadhyay here. Hello and very good morning. On the other names, all right. So moving the session with today's newspaper analysis, I have brought in some very important special questions for all of you. Questions here means we have brought in some very special vocabulary words for all of you here, right? So the first word before we start the session with, let's just see the motivational quote which is right here in front of each one of us, which is saying that do it now, sometimes this later becomes never. So guys, we have to always make sure that now, present, today is the right time, and we have to do it right now. So kindly please like, share, comment, subscribe, and comment means online, offline, both the ways. Other than that, we'll be moving forward to see that yes, we'll be covering the Hindu analysis and the other newspapers as well. I can see Prabhati Sahu also here. So first of all, kindly just be assured guys that this session is specifically in English medium. This happens daily at sharp 8 AM. So do not forget to join the session. Other than this, we'll be covering all these things like one word substitution, phrasal verbs, idioms and phrases, editorial vocabulary and the analysis. So I will not be just doing one particular article with you, not two, we'll be doing 3 articles today, right? Quickly just start. So I must tell you, Prabhati, this is the gist of all the newspapers. This is an in-depth analysis. You can see in the thumbnail also. I hope this is giving you clarity. The first word here is conviction. So when I say conviction, this is that particular action of finding that somebody is guilty of crime, where in the court of law. So conviction is that the action when you are finding that yes, somebody is guilty of crime, that is called conviction. The next one is substantive. The next word here is substantive. So now when I say the word substantive, substantive here stands for when you are having firm basis in reality and so important, meaningful or considerable. When something is very important, something is very considerable, is called something is very substantive. So what we have to do, we have to understand these words, because these words will be used in some or the other way in examinations, and I'll tell you how. Guys, this could be asked in a direct vocab question, this could be asked as a clause test, this could be asked as a filler. So there are many chances, many ways that these all words will be asked in one way or the another in the examinations, and updating, keeping yourself updated with these words will make sure your vocabulary is very strong and you are very firm, because this is something which you will not learn just in 1 day, 2 day or in some crash course. So moving forward, the next word here is enforceable. Now something, now generally you say what? It is of a law. Now something which is enforced, which is probably forced on you, which is like in a way pressurized, in a way just obligated, you have to do this. So this is what I'm saying, Prabhati. Yes, you are right till some extent, but if you will take my sessions, this will cover all the gist. Like yesterday we took the Indian Express article as well with the Hindu analysis. So today I have again Indian Express, the Economist and the Hindu analysis. So as in as you move forward with me with the lecture, you will get to know many things. This is what I'm saying. Enforceable means of law or rule, obligation, able to impress, so that it must be compiled with. Okay, so when you are enforcing something, Sabnek Deb, very good morning. Can you all hear me, see me well here? Quickly put a thumbs up. I do not want anybody to say that ma'am I was a silent listener in your session because yesterday this happened. You're always welcome, Prabhati. So Prabhati, if you're not aware, kindly make sure you're joining the session daily at sharp 8 AM. Do not forget to join the session. When I say the word indictment, so this is a written paper which officially accuses somebody of a crime is called indictment. So it is a official paper, it's a formal legal paper. Very good morning, Atul Kumar Mishra. So Prabhati and Atul, I hope you guys are now well aware that the session is happening daily. Now I just want you to share the session. If you have your students groups like RBI groups, your banking groups, your regulatory bodies groups, anywhere, if in case you have a group, kindly do that. Share the session, just like and share the link to the aspirants whose whole and soul agenda is to clear the competitive exams. Oh, okay, Sam and Tears. So moving forward here, I think this is also now clear. What is indictment? A written paper, a formal written paper, legal paper, which is officially accusing somebody of a crime. The next one here is, my dear, assert. So when I say assert, this means when you are just being clear, or you are just clearly saying something very firmly, very clearly. That's called assert or assertiveness. Right? Any questions to anyone till here? Any doubts till here to anyone? The next word here is the word called grim. Now this is something which is there in today's heading also. I must bring it to your notice. Now grim means when somebody is very, very serious. Somebody is not smiling. Oh, do you find me in a grimming mode today? No, I'm not. I'm smiling, so I'm not grimming, right? So grimming, of course, tells us about the quality. It's an adjective. If we talk about the parts of speech, I hope you are very, very clear how to figure out the parts of speech as well. The next word, this is again in the heading itself, distillation. Though we all know it's a scientific word, and distillation is a process through which we extract, right? Through which we extract, and the process whereby a liquid made by two or more parts is separated into smaller parts of the desired purity by the addition and subtraction of the heat from the mixture. I hope this is clear to all of you that what exactly distillation is, right? Any questions to anyone, any doubts to anyone? So the process wherein a liquid is made, this is the process, no guys, this is a distillation is happening here. Two jars are there, and this test tube is there. Very good, very good, excellent. So moving forward, the process wherein a liquid made by two or more parts is separated into smaller parts of desired purity by the addition and subtraction of the heat from the mixture. I hope this is clear to everyone till here. Moving forward to some idioms and phrases. Are you all ready? The first idiom for the day. So we'll be covering many things in the session. It is not only just vocabulary questions, which means the synonyms and the antonyms. So the first idiom here is, guys, is the speed okay? Put a thumbs up quickly and tell me, is the speed okay? Please tell me quickly. So if I say talk a blue streak here, this means you're talking too quickly and you're talking excessively. You're talking quickly and excessively means talk a blue streak. Example, my mom always says I talked a blue streak from the time I opened my mouth. So my mom always says you talk too much, you talk excessively. So generally said to all the girls, probably at the school age, yes, I remember I used to get a remark, she's a very talkative girl. I used to get, probably I may used to talk a lot in the class. I now do not remember that, but yes, it was a remark in my report card. So talking a mile a minute. So when you speak rapidly, thank you so much, Atul, for assuring me. Nibha, Tears, Sam, Princess, Agnik, Akash, please let me know, is the speed okay, everything's okay, are you guys writing? How many of you are writing with me? Please tell me that. How many of you are writing with me? Please assure me quickly. We are always short of time, I think, because again we have so much to cover, and I probably think we should just cover each and everything. Okay. So when I say to talk rapidly means when the boss gets excited, she starts talking a mile a minute and I can never follow everything she's trying to say. Means just rapidly she's been speaking something or the other. Alright, that's great. I can see tears. Phrasal verbs. So the first phrasal verb, anybody who is not on the same page with me can raise a hand, means you have to tell me that yes ma'am we can understand or no ma'am we cannot understand. So kindly just pardon or repeat. The next word here for the day is as a phrasal verb is pass out, means to become unconscious. Now when I say pass out means to become unconscious for a short time. For just a short time to become unconscious when you are not aware of. So you are unconscious. Now if I say there was somebody, Sam Gupta, my dear ma'am, talking furiously. Furiously is something when you are very energetic, you can say very energetically, very angrily, means very aggressively, angrily, or you can also say the right, fiercely is the right word for that. FF, I hope you will remember this. Sam, quickly tell me my dear. Alright, so guys, if we talk about the word pass out here, this means to become very unconscious, to become very unconscious for a short span of time. When ill, badly hurt or drunk, I was hit on the head and passed out. So when I was ill, I was badly hurt or drunk, I was hit on the head and passed out. So pass out really means this also. So sentence is clear to all of you. Oh, okay Atul. Clarity to all of you. Moving forward, the next word here my dear is check out. So when you check out, you probably check out from the hotel room, you check out from the somewhere or the other. Am I right in saying that? Yes or no? So when you are finding or when to be found to be true or acceptable after being examined. So you have been checked out, right? Doctor checks you, you check out the hotel room. So this is all you will be going. So we'll have to check him out before we employ him. So this is something in an informal way, means to look at or examine a person or thing that seems interesting or attractive. So when you are under examination means a doctor is checking you, a doctor is probably diagnosing you, the machines are diagnosing you, and herein the employer here is checking him before he employs him. Clear? Any doubts? So the next one here is when I say check out the prices of our new store, please check out the hotel room, please check out the prices of the hotel room, or please check out the prices of the new store. Alright, any questions to anyone till here? Now are you all excited? Today we'll be covering more than not just 1, 2, 3, more than them. So anything which is not clear, please tell me guys, so that we can just quickly review it. So the first article for today is right in front of you. A critical juncture. Please take a time and understand the article, because again 70% of the things will be getting clear from here itself. So if I say the first word called juncture, this means distilling inflation's impact on GST revenues is vital before reforms are put on hold. Please understand what is it trying to say. Distilling, you all know, distilling inflations, again increase. Juncture, you know what is juncture? It is saying a critical juncture means something which is very Sam Gupta, the connection goes off. Just refresh your pages my dear, refresh your pages. So when there is a turning point, When there's a turning point, is called juncture. So distilling the means just the process of just taking out the water and just processing it, how pure is it, how impure is it, and taking out what all mixtures were there is called distilling. So distilling the inflation's impact on GST revenues is vital, it is important before the reforms are put on hold. So it is very important to just distill, to just see what is the inflation's impact, what is the rise in the prices impact, so that on, of course, on the GST revenues, it is vital before the reforms are put on hold. Now herein we'll be reading things related to your GST, related to the impact of the inflation, which was a price rise. So this is very evident, we are going to do all these things here. So let's just understand, take it a while and make sure we have done it correctly. Take 20 seconds, read it. Thereafter I'll be reading each and every word and line for all of you. Please take your time, guys. Quickly do that because we have so much to cover right away. Very good morning. Food for you. What's your name? And quickly just share the session, guys. This is very, very, very important to share the session. Varsha, alright, great to see you. So Varsha, are you taking the sessions regularly? See guys, it's a request to all of you, if in case you're really looking forward to make sure the session is live daily here. Is daily live here. For that, in that case, you have to make sure you are sharing the session. Just share it in your group, social media groups. Now moving, I will explain each and every word to you. Let's just understand. On Tuesday, the center said that it has released states' outstanding GST compensation dues of almost 87,000 crore. Now something is again very clear. We'll read about GST, about the inflation impact, about what exactly and how did it hit the economy. This is all we're gonna do it here. Let me just see the comments here. Prabhati, Atul, are you on the same page? Have you shared the session? Quickly tell me. The move marks a shift. Now this move has marking a shift in stance as just a month earlier. The finance ministry had signaled that the state's dues worth over 78,000 crores. Pending for the last 4 months of 2021 to 2022 will be released as and when adequate GST compensation cess collections accrue. Now what do you mean by the word accrue? Please tell me. By May 31st, the center said that there was about 25,000 crore in the GST compensation fund and forked out the balance from its own coffers to be adjusted from the future GST cess which levies on the send goods such as cars. The stated intent of this change strategy makes eminent sense to help those states managing their resources and ensuring spending, particularly of the capital variety, to pump the prime economy happens smoothly through 2022 to 2023. Now, since we have read this, I'll be explaining the words to you, all of you here. First of all, it is just said, the center said that it has released an outstanding GST compensation due. So this is, center has released this due. Now this marks a shift in that, something which was not done from the over past months, which were the dues over 78,000 crores. So this is again some facts and figures. Alright, so Atul, you are saying you are from 11th standard. Alright, so my dear, I am here to make sure that each and everything is clear and goes directly to your mind. I am explaining each and every line here. Probably you will understand it in a better way. Okay. So now please everybody's eyes on the screen. I am reading each word for each line for all of you. Alright, Bhupender says accrue. So we'll come on to that, my dear. Accrue is something when you accumulate. When you try to accumulate something. So that increases by addition. Alright, Bhupender. So herein this is saying that this shift, which is talking about this shift, this has marked a month earlier. The finance ministry had signaled the states. The finance ministry had already made the states very well aware about the dues, and the dues were worth rupees 78,000 crores. Pending for the last 4 months, if you talk about 2021 to 2022. So they said that this will be released as and when the adequate GST compensation collection comes in. So this is what was being said by the finance ministry to the states. Now by May 31st, the center said there was about 25,000 crore in the GST compensation fund. So recently on 31st of May, the center completely said that we have got 25,000 crores as the compensation fund, and this forked out the balance from its own coffers to be adjusted from the GST future GST cess levies on the sin goods such as cars. Now this has stated that this has changed the strategy. This change strategy makes some eminent sense. Eminent is something which is important sense here, to help those states managing their resources and ensuring the spendings, particularly of the capital variety, to pump the prime. The economy happens smoothly through 2020 to 2023. Now this is saying the state is making sure, since the funds are appropriate, since the funds are here, the amount is 25,000 crores here. Now they should make the resources used very, very nicely. How? So that they can manage their resources and ensure the spendings also. Now the spending should also be ensured, should also be looked upon, particularly if the capital variety is spoken about, to pump the prime economy, which happens smoothly through the following time, that is 2022 to 2023. Alright, I think this is clear to each one of you. We had read everything very clearly. Please take a time for this, take a while for this, 20 seconds quickly and get back. You remember yesterday only we had covered this word tangential, apex, parlays, gesture, remit. 4 to 5 words in just 4 lines. Remitting is what? When you are sending, when you are transferring something. Gesture, you all know, your body language. I am sure you are aware of all these words. Tangential you must be aware of. We just did yesterday only, guys, talking something about very extra niches is called tangential. Remember or you don't remember? Please come up. Quickly read it. We have so much to cover today. Let's just be very focused, very energetic, because so much is yet to be covered. Something which is unrelated is called extraneous. I'm sure you all know that. Somebody is on the top is called, is he or she is at apex position, on top. Quickly just read it. The gesture to remit the dues, so to send, or you can also say to transfer. The gesture to send the dues without waiting for the cess accruals will also help the this will also help to cool the temperature of the center state fiscal parlays that flared up afresh after some extraneous or unrelated remarks. That's called tangential remarks, my dear. Yesterday only we had covered this word. I don't know you are aware or not. I don't know whether you were there on the session or not. This is why I say always have a connect between the previous class and the upcoming class, or unrelated. From the apex, from the top court, on the nature of the GST Council's recommendations. So this is saying now for consumers, this could mean a further extension in the levy of the GST compensation cess beyond March 2026, by when borrowings made over the past 2 years to bridge the shortfall cess collections were to be repaid. Now this is saying for the consumers, this could mean some further extension. Now further extension in what? In levying of the GST compensation. So when they are levying the GST compensation, this could be a you can say something for the consumers, of course, as in context to the further extension. So the other important implication, what was the other important implication here? This is that over April and May, the gap between the revenues and the assured level promised to the states under the GST compensation compact has narrowed to less than 5,000 crore a month from over 19,600 crore average in the previous 4 months. So this has now again given us a fact and figure. How has it promised and how has it impacted? What was being promised and what and how has it impacted? I am sure you have understood this very, very well. Now this is the last paragraph of this particular article. We have 2 more articles to go, so quickly read it, guys, quickly. Anything which is not clear, shall we read it, begin it? Very good, let's just read it. So the record GST collection. The record GST collection of over 1.6 lakh crores in April, this helped, no doubt. There is no doubt this of course did a great help, and although May the revenues have fallen 15.9 to 1.4 lakh crore, 15.9% to 1.41 lakh crore, sustaining this 2-month average could ease the fiscal worries for both the center and the state. Now this is saying no doubt that this particular amount has helped in the month of April, but the revenues have fallen from this from this figure to this figure. The government, which had termed April revenues for transactions in March a reflection of a faster recovery, the government has suggested what? That the financial year end boosted those inflows, seeking to explain the dip in the May. So government has taken or has also suggested that the financial year end, this boosted up means this picked up This has boosted up those inflows which were seeking to explain a dip, means a downfall in the month of May. The elephant boosted here is increased, dip here is lowering down. The elephant in the room, see, now again, this is the idiom here. I will not tell you, you will tell me an elephant in the room. This is a idiom here, and we did it just 2 days back in the analysis section only, in the morning analysis section only. So kindly just come up. I will not tell you, that is for sure. You will come up. The elephant in the room remains ignored. So high inflation, when we talk about high price and rise, which the government hinted could compel a pause in an impending rejig of the GST rate structure, has been a key factor for rising GST revenues. Over 1.12 lakhs crore for 11 months. This must begin by assessing whether the GST rate reconstructing should be deferred because of fears of the higher inflation or reoriented to lower inflation while broadening the tax net and easing the compliance. Now quickly tell me anything which is not clear, because we have to cover other things also over here. Any doubts to anyone? Yes or no? Come up, I didn't give you the time before, now I am giving you the time. Have you all read it? Once I say the word deferred, what do you mean by the word deferred here? Quickly guys, quickly, I need to have answer. No. Tejas, Bhupender, Sagar, Kshitij, Varsha, Sam, Atul, Pratibha, Prabhati. Please quickly come up guys. I am waiting for the thumbs ups. Do not forget that. Oh, that's good, Sam. That's really good. Guys, I'm waiting for the thumbs ups. So when I say some deferred taxes, this means what? This is related to some deferred taxes. So the restructuring should be deferred, okay? This is again something means in the accounting only to leave something. When you say to leave something until a later time, you're just trying to leave something. Anything else which you guys were really looking at? Quickly, I need a thumbs up, some thumbs up here by each one of you, so that I understand that yes, you have just read it very, very nicely. Somebody has asked me here, Tears has asked me, ma'am, what do you mean by the word rejig? Rejig here means, my dear, when you try to rearrange something. If I say here impending the rejig of the GST means impending the rearrangement of the GST. Now quickly moving to the second one, since we have no time to waste time. Now this says grim turn. Now you all understand grim, something which is very serious, something which is not smiling is called grimming. So not serious. So the removal of special status has been seen the beginning of fresh challenges in Kashmir. This is saying, if we talk about the removal of what? Removal of the special status. This has been seen in the beginning of the fresh challenges. Now what are challenges? When you find some difficulties, they are called challenges. So the removal of the special status, this has been seen where? This has seen the beginning of fresh difficulties in Kashmir, right? So not serious turn, which is not smiling. So something this is saying, just have a brief that what exactly the paragraph is saying here. 9 civilians have been killed in targeted killings by a militant in the past 22 days in Kashmir, including a Kashmiri Pandit employee, a Hindu school teacher from Jammu and a bank manager from Rajasthan. This has triggered, again triggered is something which is done on the spot, right? To make something rise. So this has triggered a wave of protest in the valley. Again, this word has been coming many a times in the Hindu analysis and the other paper analysis. Do not forget that in the, if I say analysis means in the newspaper analysis. This has triggered a wave of protest in the valley from the minority communities. So protesting since May 12, when the Rahul Bhatt, a Pandit employee, was killed in his office. Over 4,000 Pandit employees recruited under a special package are on the verge of another migration as in the 90s. So all these facts which have just encircled, they are very, very important. Who were killed, who all were they, for your knowledge. This is important. Moving to the third paragraph here, which says, a strategist, a party at a crossroad and a revival plan. Now strategist, you know, somebody, what do you mean by strategizing or strategy? When you try to plot something, and a strategist, oh Atul, all right, because I had to cover so much of this with all of you, so I thought to let's just speed it up and cover much things in just a session. So here in a strategist who is involved, a person who does all those plannings and methods to be implemented is called a strategist. A party at crossroads and a revival. Revival is what? When you relive, when you redo something about the revival plan, reliving plan. So while the Congress must act, herein it is in terms talking about the Congress, this is saying, while the Congress must act on its identified weaknesses, okay, it must ponder adopting the strategist's brand of politics. Now what do you mean by the word ponder? I am sure you all know what pondering is. We have done this word earlier also in the previous sessions. So when I talk about the word ponder, ponder is something again which is of something which is important. Something which is important is called ponder here. Any doubts to anyone till here? So now when important as in you're thinking carefully for that thing is called pondering. Not exactly important, but you can say when you think very carefully for that particular thing is called ponder. So while the Congress must act on its, of course, now since the weaknesses have been identified, the Congress must act on the weaknesses and it must carefully look on adopting the strategist brand of the politics. Now also ponder means should see carefully, should examine carefully that who shall be appointed, who shall be appointed, of course, while they are adopting the brand of politics. So herein this is discussed few things here. So guys, we had covered not just one, probably so much of this in the in today's session. So this is clearly saying it is thoroughly disappointing to many that too after its recent conclave at Udaipur. So this happened at Udaipur, Rajasthan, which was convened after the much deliberation. So this much deliberation here stands for what? To pave the way for new journey of the Indian National Congress, which has failed to come up with the political game changer that is capable of effecting the paradigm shift and to okay. So this is what is important, which I have told you. The heading was important. At times, the only thing is important is the heading. Probably you are getting a gist from the heading itself, so there is no point reading the further paragraph. And at times, the paragraph is actually not that much important in context to the examination. Yes, very good, Atul. Clarity to all of you till here, guys. Have you all loved today's session? We have done 3 articles with vocabulary words, with antonyms, with synonyms. I am sure you all have loved the session. So the Congress party has come under fire from many, which includes what? The poll strategist Prashant Kishore. Most political commentators have articulated their criticism against the party leader Rahul Gandhi by connecting outcome for Udaipur. Alright, so this all is not that really important, but which was important was from the heading you grabbed so much knowledge. Okay, I am side. So you will say, ma'am, please take a side. Okay, Sam? Any doubts to anyone? Shall we move forward from here? Quickly, guys. So what did we learn today? We learned 3 articles. One was related to the last one was related to Congress. Prior to this was related to the Kashmir, what loss has happened there. Prior to this was based on the inflation, that is on the rise. So we have covered the entire segments of which was important in the newspapers, because this is the in-depth analysis. You will find it on her Telegram, Ayush, right? Sam Gupta, please tell Ayush about the same. Okay, so if I say, yes, do not forget, I take up daily sessions. I take 3 sessions on YouTube daily from Monday to Saturday. So today, after this session, the next session is a foundation series which I am taking on YouTube. Daily it is happening, guys, at 11 AM sharp. We do things from basics. So from basics, I take up basic, then I go to the, you can say, the example, then we go on understanding, then we go on some advanced, and then I take up questions. So this is the hierarchy I follow. I do not directly give up questions to anyone. And the last one is the 1 PM session. Again, this is very important. This is a session based on vocabulary, and this is the foundation batch. From basics it has been running here. If in case you are looking forward for my paid batch, that is also available on Adda store. Do not forget that. By this name, this is again English medium batch, an online course. Both prelims and mains are a part of it. Make sure you have shared the session, you have liked the session. The students, those who really want to understand English in English, should see the session, guys. If something at a point of time is helping you, you should also plan to help the person in some or the other way. So now I will explain you how you can just go by it. You will be typing Adda 24/7 on Google. Once you type this, so once you are typing Adda 24/7, a page will come in front of you. I think this is, yes, so you will click on here. Herein directly you can type the foundation series course, or you can type in my name also, that is Amrit Kaur. Once you put in on or go on the search column, you will see 2 courses here. One is for, my dear, the grade B course, RBI grade B, and the other one is for the foundation batch, that is covering your prelims and mains both. Now you have to see what exactly you will be getting in here. So here you will be getting in on view offers. When you will go, you will apply in the code. The best offer is the double validity, which is still going on. Here you find PDF in case of not make you any notes to find much time of your at least 10 minutes. Sam Gupta, you are trying to tell him or to me, please. Yes, so each and every playlist, each and every my lecture is there on the playlist. Kindly just go check them, make sure you have seen the playlist very well. So now if I say this, why 536 and if I go on to apply, you will check that it is again 2300 for 12 months, which means 190 rupees a month, guys. So this is a comprehensive batch, Atul. It's the paid batch which I'm talking about is a comprehensive batch, just 190 rupees a month. This is nothing, guys. Trust me, this is actually nothing. So herein, if you'll go, you'll see. Can you all see the code which I have applied in here? So the code here says Y536. This is the code. Or if in case you want to apply this code for some books, to purchase books, you will be applying the word S with it. But it's always better to apply this because this is for 1 year and just 190 rupees per month. Means what less, what cheaper can be this, guys? How cheaper can something be? So if we talk about this, alright, so it was really lovely teaching all of you. Probably you can take a screenshot of the same and make yourselves very aware. I'll be meeting all of you sharp at 11 AM in the next batch for the foundation series which is going on. I have already a comprehensive batch, but you are not there. Oh, Atul, yes. So I am saying that in the playlist and in the upcoming batch which is there on the store, I am there in that batch, of course. In the previous batch, I am not there, of course, yes. Alright guys, thank you so much. This was lovely teaching all of you and have a beautiful day ahead. Other than that, I'll be meeting you sharp at 11 AM today and 1 PM also. Do not forget the sessions will happen on Bankers Adda 24/7. If in case you have not subscribed, do subscribe. If in case you have not seen the previous video, do watch them. Of course, they are for use. Thank you.